Welcome, guys. Equity Podcast, Barrick here. We're talking habit stacking today. So, this is a concept from James Clear. He really breaks it down in his book, Atomic Habits. And it's something that we can definitely use um, in our pursuit for health and fitness. And, what we talk about a lot of times is the five factors: eat, recover, sleep, move, think, connect. And we can use habit stacking in all of those five factors that help us be healthier and fitter. And the idea is that when we want to build a new habit, we can stack it on top of something that we are already doing to make it easier for that thing to do. So, for example, if I want to get into the habit of flossing, well, I can do that when I brush my teeth, right? I already have the habit of brushing my teeth, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to stack flossing on top of that. So it makes it much easier. I don't have to go out of my way and do something completely new. I'm just going to add on to that. So it's a very efficient way to start doing something that you want to start doing. So how can we use that idea? How can we use that idea in our everyday life to help with our health and fitness, right? So if I'm trying to get to the gym and I want to make that a habit, one of the things is you leave work. So once you leave work, you go straight to the gym. It's like, but I have to get clothes or whatever. Well, we pack those clothes beforehand and we go straight to the gym. Like, the chances of going home and then you sit down on a couch, like, how hard is it going to be to get up off that couch? But if you go straight to the gym, you're going to make it happen, right? You're stacking going to the gym of going home, right? Leaving work, sorry, you're stacking that on leaving work. I always leave work, so now I'm going to stack going right to the gym on top of that. And we can do that vice versa. It can be, hey, I'm going to go to the gym and then I go straight to work or whatever. Like, that's that idea. Hey, I want to, let's take eating into account. I need to get more protein in my diet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start eating more plain Greek yogurt. Well, the first thing I have to do is make sure to buy it. So every time I go to pick out the string cheese for my kids' lunch, I'm going to make sure to grab some plain Greek yogurt, right? Or let's say that's not the issue, it's just eating it. Like, hey, I need to get more of this in. Hey, every time I have breakfast, I'm going to have plain Greek yogurt with some fruit and a little bit of oats in it. I'm just going to mix it up, and that's now I'm just adding it to my breakfast to make sure that I get that protein. I get more protein into my diet. All right, so we're stacking that on top of what we're already doing. And we can take this idea and just plug it in wherever we want to. Hey, I want to start reading more. Well, I always go to bed. Reading is very relaxing. So every time I go to bed, I'm going to read. And when you read, it doesn't have to be a chapter. It doesn't have to be 10 pages. As long as you read a page, you did that. And now you're going to reinforce that habit. And then eventually you build up the tolerance to do more. Right? You go with 2 pages and 3 pages. You start building that up. You start reinforcing that good habit. So, habit stacking. What habits do we already do that we like, and how can we add on to that? And then for the reverse of this, like, let's say we have a bad habit that we want to get rid of. Like, how can we use this concept in another way? A lot of times it's going to be like, hey, I always have this bad habit. Like, whenever I drive, I bite my nails. All right, so we know, hey, what can I do instead of that? We can replace it. It's like, hey, I'm going to stack this habit and kind of replace it instead. Or I always do this when I do something else. It's like, all right, well, I need to like reverse stack, right? How do I take this away so that I'm doing something else? Like, hey, maybe I should stack a different habit in there. What are we doing to help promote where we want to be, right? James Clear has another thing. Every decision you make, every habit you have is a decision for the type of person you want to be or going to be. If you start habit stacking habits that are healthy, that promote health and fitness, you're going to be a healthy and fit person. If you do the opposite, you're going to be that type of person. So make those decisions, start stacking those good habits. Don't forget, invest in yourself. Thank you guys for listening. Cheers.